Good morning, everyone. I have company.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
We're going to start with Connie. I don't want to let some of you may have seen on camera, she's on crutches. So we're going to let her hobble back to her office after she's done. So I'm going to let Connie with Power Escrow take it away.
Now that y'all saw me hobble over here, I was doing a run and I tripped and the whole city of Vincent saw me go down. So yay, that's always fun. Anyways, I just wanted to come over and say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. Best time of the year. So I hope you all enjoy the time with your family and just enjoy it. And I want to thank everybody for the support that you've given Power Escrow throughout 2022. And we hope for a really good 2023 in about a month. A couple things, just want to remind you, December 10th is the deadline for property taxes for first installment. So if you have any buyers or sellers that are in escrow, especially sellers, we see a lot of sellers that don't tell us they have an impound account with their lender. We pay the taxes and then a year later we get a refund for their first installment taxes instead of them having the credit at closing. It's a delay for them and it's thousands of dollars. So please let your sellers know to let escrow know how their property taxes are being paid so they don't get double paid. Another thing, we are running a holiday special. Anybody that opens an escrow with us between now and the end of the year, it's a 20% discount. Yay. Sellers, buyers, we are seeing that the trend is changing a little bit. Buyers agents are asking for services and they are getting it. So please write us in and bring us an escrow and we'll make sure you get that discount for your client. Thank you for your time, Kelly. Brought me a chair over so I could sit.
I'll scoot you on out.
And I'll scoot on out.
Thanks, Connie.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, we decided to do it this way last time. I couldn't see her last time and we were trying to get her on and this was just easier. So thanks, Connie.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay, everyone, welcome. I'm really excited because I'm seeing some folks on that I haven't seen on our Zoom meetings before. So plus some of you are newer to HomeSmart anyway. So great to have you. I'm Kelly Portman, for those of you who don't know. And we're going to take it away. We're kind of keeping it a little bit light this month. Everyone is sort of already in holiday mode and everything, but we've got some announcements of things coming up. So we'll go into all of that. First, though, Connie sort of started it. So let's go into some of our other smart affiliates. And I noticed Ivy was on, and did I see Jackson on here too? So anyone who wants to start us off with Franklin Loan Center.
Oh, I'm happy to start. Hi, everybody. I'm Ivy Scott. I'm one of your representative affiliate lenders with Franklin Loan Center. There's myself, there's Jackson Polikov, and there's Team James Gross. And we're here to help grow your business and make things run more efficiently for you. I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because all that will occur before we get to see each other again, probably. And let you know that the markets are, I don't want to say they're easing, but they're easing a little. You know, we're back under that 7%. We're back in the 6s. We're seeing some things in the 5s. So it's all very exciting. We're seeing the markets like reports coming in on inflation that are starting to moderate a little bit. So that's a good thing for lending rates, and lower lending rates generally mean greater market appreciation. They kind of go hand in hand. So it's good for me and it's good for you. The feds are meeting next week on the 13th and 14th, and that it is widely expected that they will continue to raise short-term rates again, but that is not your mortgage rate. So don't confuse that. The rates that the Fed raise more directly impact automobile loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And when they raise those rates, long-term rates, which are your mortgage rates, tend to come down. So it's a good thing. We've got some great new exciting programs at Franklin. I would love to tell you more about that, putting all that in the newsletter for you. We have a great new doctor program, 100% financing up to $1 million. I know that doesn't seem like very much anymore, but we do have that. It just got rolled out. The conforming rates were just raised for 2023. And even though it's December, we can still utilize those numbers. FHA is up to $644,000 on a 1-unit property. And conforming in San Diego County is up to $977,000. So really good news there, because conforming underwriting is a lot better. Well, I want to say it's a lot more lenient than when we get into jumbo underwriting and you're subject to investor quirks. Anyways, we're here for you. Don't forget to utilize us, whether we're written into your contract as your lender of choice, or if you just have a question. We'll also do marketing flyers for your open house. We're happy really to help any way we possibly can. We're here to answer questions. We're here to bring you as much information as we possibly can. I try and update you as well a couple times a week on Facebook Live. If any of you watch that on your independent page there, giving you just tips and things that I see happening on one escrow. I just figure if it happens on one, it's going to happen on another. Anyways, looking forward to seeing all of you. And if there's anything I can do, or Jackson or James, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are here for you. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Ivy. Jackson, did I see you? I'm not positive. Thought I did, but I could be mistaken. I'm scrolling through really quick. I don't want to leave anyone out. Okay, so I'm going to move on. I'm actually going to go ahead and let our broker support team take it away, guys.
Bill, after you.
I was looking up the conforming loan limit for Riverside. Audra has a question. It's like just natural to answer questions when people have them. How are you guys doing out there? It's good to see you all. Happy holidays. It's hard to believe it's December. I'm sorry. I wanted to say that hopefully you guys have been taking a look at the newsletter that comes out every Friday. The Broker Corner has gone to a video format, and Mark has an awesome video that's coming out this Friday. I don't want to spoil any of it, but just wanted to make sure that you check it out on Friday. In your email, we get a newsletter that not only has Broker Corner, but information about our affiliates, the services they provide, updates on everything that's going on with HomeSmart Realty West. So be sure to check it out. Today, I wanted to bring up the mundane topic of lock boxes, because I'm running into some situations where some agents, not here at HomeSmart necessarily, but agents are showing instructions that say something to the effect, key is under the mat by the front door. And that's just a really, really bad practice to get into as a real estate agent. I'd say very close to that in many respects is providing simply a master lock combo lockbox, simply because it can be compromised so easily once the combo is out in the open. We have Centralock and we have Supra lock boxes for a reason, and the main reason is security, in my view. They provide a log of whoever is accessing the lockbox. And so if there is an issue that comes up in the house, you can at least have an idea of who's been in it based upon the lockbox log. They're not foolproof. They're not gonna be 100% in terms of being able to tell the story of what's going on in particular situations, but they're certainly better than leaving the key under the mat of the front door. So please use Centerlock and Superlock boxes, obviously Supra for Riverside and Orange County and Centerlock down here in San Diego. I would also recommend that you consider using a CBS code along with your lock boxes. And I see Mark Henning right there, sitting there with a great picture of what Hawaii behind him, and it's even got video. Mark, I'm going to put you on the spot. What does CBS stand for as it relates to lock boxes? Call. It's an
I
unmute.
think you're mute.
Unmute. This is part of the participation portion of Broker Corner.
I think you're still muted.
Okay, well,
Okay, there we go. CVS, I have no idea, but maybe it's can verify security. How's that?
that's pretty close. It's call before showing.
Okay.
And the reason is that there is a code that you can assign to the lockbox that you can require agents to call you before they show, and the lockbox won't open unless that code is also entered. And like with Supra, there's no keys on the Supra lockbox, but it's entered through the app that you have on your phone. So call before showing codes can be an extra layer of security with the lockbox. So I want to give you one more pro tip before I turn it over to the man, Mark Schultz, and that would be use 2 lockboxes at your listings. Use one Supra, and it makes sense to, in my experience, especially when you have a listing that's a little bit far away from where you live, to have a second one sort of stashed somewhere as well, just in case. Sort of like always have a plan B. I've gotten into the habit of bringing a master lockbox, but not telling anybody about it. It's sort of like in emergency situations, you know, to avoid that situation where an agent takes the key and doesn't put it back in the main lockbox and you have another showing. You have a fallback position as an emergency kind of preventative measure. The last thing I'll just say is that I am no longer putting my lockboxes right on the front or in a visible space from the front of the house. The reason is because I had one stolen this summer in North Park. It was broken into, and somebody slept over in the house. You know, they can tell from the listings on Zillow what's vacant, what's not, even if it's staged. And my listing was being advertised. I think I might have talked to you guys about it in a previous agent meeting, but it was being, you know, advertised on Craigslist as available for rent. And, you know, didn't think a whole heck of a lot of it until one day it was really clear somebody had slept overnight in the house and the lockbox was missing. And so gas meter might be a good place, but I'd say just don't put your lock boxes in an area that's just obvious to anybody who's passing by or might want to be doing something not so favorable to your listing. So hopefully all that makes sense. Use the lock boxes you get from the MLS, not the ones you get from Home Depot. On to you, Mark.
Hold on a
Thank-
second. I think Audra has a question.
I do. I wanted to add, the CBS codes are awesome to use. However, they become an intelligence test. And what I mean by that is I got a lot of agents call, I can't figure it out. It's not working. It's not working. There's something wrong with the lock. A good tip for you guys, if ever you have to use a CBS code or you are going to start using them yourself on your listings, is encourage the users, the agents that are going to show your properties, to copy and paste that CBS code, because there is barely enough time for you to have a memorized number and key in those digits. But if you have it copy and pasted before you go to open the lock, then when you go to open the lock and it comes up with that pop-up screen, you can just touch and hold in that CBS code field and paste it in there, and it's much easier. So just my tip of the day too.
That's a great tip, Audra. Thank you. And
bet.
for those of us who still print our MLS sheets, like me, I write it down on the MLS sheet for the particular
Yeah.
for the particular listing. And you know, if it might be not a bad idea if somebody's calling and you give them a CBS code to make sure they understand how to use it. And if they don't, tell them to, you know, contact their MLS to get some instructions. But it is a good intelligence test. I agree.
Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good
I
morning.
just wanted to give you, Bill was correct about the video on the Broker's Corner. If you guys are anticipating the new Avatar movie coming out, my video Friday will be better than that. So you really need to see it. It's going to be top notch. So anyway, I'll give you a little preview. Basically, I'm going to talk a little bit about disclosure, seller, buyer, agents, material facts, that sort of thing. Be kind of quick, but some very important. Keep everybody out of trouble. So usually the most litigious part of real estate is disclosure, lack thereof, or perceived lack of disclosure. So we'll talk about that a little bit on Friday in the video. Other than that, keeping it light. Hope everybody has a great holiday, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. If we don't see each other or talk to each other, Bill and I are on all week, all through the holidays. I think Bill's actually working on Christmas Day. He'll be sitting at the phone waiting for your calls. So anyway, have a happy holiday. If you guys need anything, we're available. So
Hey, Mark, Maria had a question in the chat.
Maria
Since
had a
you're
question.
Broker
Maria.
Support Week.
okay, go ahead. I don't see her.
You don't have the chat. What questions are
Oh,
you getting
a
from
chat
agents
question. Okay.
when writing offers in this market? Days. of
Let's see, what
approval?
questions you're getting from agents when writing offers in this market? Days for appraisal and inspections. So basically, pretty much what it was previously. It's not, the difference is obviously in the previous whatever market or whatever last year, in the frenzy, there were no inspection or appraisal contingencies on a lot of the offers. Now we're back to normal, but I think 10 days, and I'll tell you why 10 days for inspections are important. It's important for you as well as for getting your offer accepted or less. Most home inspections you can get done in 10 days or less. If it's a property that is rural or it's land, or you do have questions with the city or county, you're going to need more time for that. If it's a basic track house in town, then 10 days is plenty. And the reason is you as a buyer's agent want to get the inspection done as quickly as possible. If you can get it done in 3 days, 5 days, move on, you know what's going on right away. Get the RR out, get, that part of it done so you know where you stand. You're not waiting, 10, 15, 17 days, whatever it is, per the contract. It's better for you as the buyer's agent to get it done as quickly as possible and know where you stand on that part of the transaction, whether you're going to continue or move on to the next house. And even with the holidays coming. Yeah, I mean, the holidays are, everybody's still working. I mean, it's not like nobody's, when it comes to inspectors and appraisals, nobody's that swamped busy that they can't, get an appraisal done in 10 or 12 days or a home inspection done. And again, it's all negotiable. It's up to the buyer and seller. Yes, sellers are definitely more pliable with, requests now than they were previously, obviously. And so you can extend it if you want, but it's to your advantage to get them done as quickly as possible. Both the appraisal and the home inspection, in my opinion. It just makes things easier, and you know where you stand, whether you're going to be looking for more houses for the client or they're going to continue with that one.
I'll add to that real quick and just say that, get your offer accepted. I usually, as a listing agent, I'm looking for 10 days for inspections, so we're not fooling around. If you need some extra days, people are going to understand, but don't not get it accepted because you're leaving it at the default of 17. Just get it accepted, figure out the logistics later.
And 10 days has really kind of become the norm.
Mhm.
I mean, it's 17 days is a long time now. I mean, Bill and I, we've been doing this a long time, and yeah, 10, 12, 15 days used to be pretty standard equipment. 10 days is, I don't see many asking for more than 10 days, no matter what. It's just kind of become part of the transaction. Now, the appraisal, different story, because you don't have as much control over the appraiser, who you're picking. The lender doesn't even have control over the appraisal. They have to go to what's called an AMC, which is a appraisal, kind of a marketing kind of thing, and appraisal management company. And then it goes out and the appraisers actually, I don't know if anybody explained this. Basically, how an appraisal is done now is the lender requests an appraisal. The appraisal goes to an appraisal management company. That company puts out an email to all the appraisers on the list, might be whatever, 300 people. And one of those appraisers will raise their hand and say, yes, I want to do that appraisal. And that's kind of how you get an appraiser nowadays. If you find, I've had properties like way out in the, nobody, the middle of, 10 miles outside of Valley Center, nobody wants to do the appraisal. It takes a while to get somebody to even offer to do it. So appraisal is a little different because you don't have much control over that. But I can tell you that I know appraisers and that, 10, 12 days is fine. They don't have much going on right now.
Yeah, no refis.
No refis and purchases are, not what they were previously. So they're happy to get it and they're happy to get it done. And again, 21 days is, you can get a deal done in 21 days pretty easily nowadays. I mean, things are much more automated than they used to be. Home inspector, you order it right away, order the appraisal right away. Things go pretty smooth now. 21 days for a closing on a, conventional type of loan and with a conventional type of buyer is, pretty much the standard. So if you're looking at, questioning, other ways of getting offers accepted, 10-day for inspection, 15-day for appraisal, 17-day for loan approval, 21-day closing. That's all, if it's nothing out of the ordinary, that's all doable nowadays. And that's kind of expected really to get an offer accepted.
And where there might be a hangup is with homeowners association documents. And so that's, as a buyer's perspective, that's not their problem, so that just extends that contingency out almost automatically if those are received late. So it's all good.
Right. Well, I'll say this as a if you're listing a property, the first thing you should do is order the documents. I mean, when you do the listing, order the documents. You're going to need them. The seller's 99% probably going to pay for them. You might as well get them going right off the bat so that you have them when the offer goes into escrow almost. They're good for 60, 90 days. Worst case is you have to update a budget or something like that. I know they're mostly ordered via a computer center now. You don't really go there. Most HOA docs are done through a clearinghouse. Nowadays, there's not like you go to the management company and they send you out a set. All the management companies, again, are participate in a computer system. And so everything's in there and you pay this, the system's paid via credit card and everything's emailed out to the buyer. You got to pay attention. The buyer's agent doesn't get them. The buyer gets them. So you need to check with the buyer, make sure they have them, they've read them. Okay, good. Any other questions regarding that? Don't forget Friday. Big day coming out. And we can tell, by the way, who does read these newsletters.
Thanks, guys. Aren't they awesome? We're so lucky to have the two of them. So you keep it all coming, all the great info and everything. And I think that the new format for Broker Corner in our Friday newsletter has been very well received. And so catch those videos. I'm looking for some great special effects on Friday, Mark. Okay, I want to bring up next the lovely Denise Glevy. She is going to talk to you about, she's getting ready in January. She's going to start again the 100 Days to Greatness. The Brian Buffini, and you're muted, my dear. There you go.
Well, yes, it's the new year, new goals, new motivation. We all know that we've got a new and different market here. Whether you're a veteran agent like myself, there is something to be learned, or you're brand new with HomeSmart. I welcome everybody to the class. I will be facilitating it. It will be on Thursday, starting January 19th. There's in 100 days, it's going to take us through the end of April. And I will start the class at 9:30 in the morning. It will go till about 11:30 with all the questions and stuff. We may get out of there earlier some days, but I've been finding that a lot of people have questions. I'm there for the whole 2 hours. After the, it's not 2 hours with the video. I mean, it's total of 2 hours with all the questions. I forget how long the videos are. And the average agent right now, according to the Buffini Company, is earning $75,000 in the 100 days. They're closing 7 transactions. So that's probably better than some people do in a whole year. And, it's the time to, set your new goals, start the year strong, set up the system. It's all a system about setting up with your past clients, your sphere of influence. In case you don't know what Buffini is, it's all about working by referral and getting strategies to maximize your time in your business and making life a lot more simpler, giving you more time off. And that's one of the big things that I have been enjoying with the Buffini system. I'm doing the business that I want to do, and I'm having a hell of a time with my grandkids and other fun stuff in my life. So. And just, it's just, I've been enjoying it for the last 5 years now. I've been sharing it with everybody I know, and you all want to know the costs. And so I'm sure we're all members of NAR. Okay. So if you're a NAR member, it's $395. And I didn't talk to Kelly and Roger ahead of time here, but I know last time they gave you $100 back. I get a little nod there from Kelly. So after your next closing, you just put that in your CDA and you'll get an extra $100 back for that. So the net cost to you is only $295. And that's a pretty inexpensive investment in yourselves. And I just highly encourage you to give me a call, reach out. You can send me an email, text message. I'd rather have you text me if you're interested. I'll put my number in the chat down there. That's the quickest way that I can get your email. You can just text me your email, say you're interested. I'll send you the detail. I know Kelly will probably put it in the newsletter on a regular basis here for each week because I've been kind of busy with some social fun stuff. Anyway, so I hope to see a bunch of people in my next class there. And it's going to be held in the Mission Valley office.
And
that's where I live.
yeah, just so you all know, that is something that we will be doing as far as we'll have some other agent facilitators so that we can actually start doing, and we did this several years ago, but this way we can start having the classes such as 100 Days to Greatness in each of our offices. And I want to thank Denise for really pushing with this. And what's the session you just finished, or is it still going?
No, we just finished I don't know when, just a month or so ago. It was Pathway to Mastery Essentials. Okay. And then there is a third class called Pathway to Mastery Advanced. And when I was in Toronto at the master class, one of my goals was to learn from other facilitators in the Buffini system. What are they doing? How are they doing the 3 classes? Are they doing consecutively, which is what I thought I would have done. And I'm certified in all 3, but they actually said if you take 100 Days to Greatness and you jump all the way to advance, you're going to be ready to go to the advance. That's how good 100 Days to Greatness is. So I didn't do the advance yet. I did the 100 Days to Greatness. I did the essentials. And I will now, after doing this 100 Days to Greatness, I will do the advance, somewhere near the end of the year. So that way you can kind of finish your year strong, maybe in the fall or something like that is the plan. And then, kind of sprinkle maybe the middle one in there, back in there. We'll see how it goes, but that's what I'm getting to now.
And I'm going to put you on the spot again, Mr. Mark Henning. I know you were in Denise's class, and Mark drove all the way from North County down to Mission Valley to attend the 100 Days or the Pathway to Mastery.
Oh. Yeah, well, for those, I was gonna make a comment, but you called on me, so I'm gonna still make the comment. I've been doing real estate for 3 or 4 decades, and the classes that were offered there have extremely valuable and helpful information that will strengthen your systems and help you in a great way. Denise does a very good job, but I can't stress enough how valuable and helpful it would be to an agent to strengthen the systems that you have in place, the contacts with people that will help you and improve. It just will get you in front of a lot of people and keep you foremost in a number of your contacts' minds. So it's very helpful, very beneficial, but the classes themselves touch on information that you will be very thankful that you did. It's not a busy work. It's something that will enable you to turn the corner and do well. So I strongly recommend it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, just to expand on that, the Buffini system it's eliminating your guesswork. We all know we have a job to do, but we don't always know what to do every day. Every day, every month, you have a system to say, okay, this is how many calls you need to make. This is how many notes you need to write. This is who you need to call. The CRM they have, the customer relationship management system, is just unbelievably so easy to deal with in terms of you just open it up in the morning, you look at your dashboard and says, call this guy, call this one, call that one, send a note here, send a note there. I mean, it is like, a no-brainer. If you just follow the systems, and in the business, that's what we need, is systems to make our lives easier and to know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So, and it's not only just real estate, it will also touch on your finances, how to build, your long-term, financial goals into. So.
Great. And I just want to say, HomeSmart International, the entire company, we have a great relationship with the Buffini company. And either Brian himself or some representative of Brian Buffini or the Buffini company usually is always there at, for instance, our Growth Summit each year. This year, if you haven't signed up already, get in there. It's in Vegas again at the Paris, but we will also again have, and I don't recall now exactly who's going to be there, but somebody again from Buffini that will be speaking. So thank you. We thank you for your dedication to it and all that you do to bring more to the rest of our agents. Denise.
I'm happy to. Love it. It's made my life so much simpler and easier.
Yes. Okay, I have, before we go into pitch, I have a few announcements, a few things I want to talk about. First of all, I want to tell you about our next meeting, January 10th. We've moved it out a week since the other one is right after New Year's. It would be, the first Tuesday would be January 3rd. So we just thought so that you can sort of get back into the swing of things, we'd give you an extra week. So January 10th, you really, really need to be on that meeting. We will have someone from the FBI speaking to all of you regarding how to make your email more secure. As you know,
that sounded pretty ominous there. The FBI is here to talk to all of you.
No, it's as you know, those of you who've been with us for a while, it seems like about every other month we're being notified by one of our agents that it looks like so and so has been hacked in their emails. So there's something that spreads out. And we experienced it ourselves within the company just a couple of months ago. And we were lucky. It didn't end up being too malicious. Instead, it was really inconvenient. And our IT was able to get in there and really button things up even further. It's a nice little wake-up call for different things. And you could be doing some things yourself that you think you're pretty secure and you're not. So we want you to be able to protect yourselves from any of these nefarious actors out there, and as well as your clients. We don't want anyone getting into trouble with any of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this first initial meeting. She's going to be out here talking to all of you January 10th. And then we will likely do a more dedicated sort of lengthier class following that, but we also want to see some of the feedback from this initial meeting before we expand on that. So please mark your calendars. It's a really important meeting to be on. And we can all learn a lot. It's the FBI, so they know what they're doing to keep us secure. So that would be great. This will be on Zoom. Yes. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to discuss, and I misplaced. Okay, let me ask all of you, those of you who are on camera, you can raise your hands. If you're not on camera, if you want to type into the chat box, all you have to do is just type in me. I've got a question for you. How many of you that are with HomeSmart were referred by another agent, or you have referred another agent to HomeSmart? Yeah. So, yeah, I was expecting to see a lot of me's popping up. Now, you see how many, I can tell you over 50% of our agents, and I'm going to call her out because she's on here and I'm so happy to see her smiley face, but Summer knows this too, and I say it all the time, that our agents tell our best story. And it's that way across the country with HomeSmart. And that's why Matt Widows implemented the agent equity program at the beginning of the year. He put $10 million to give back to you, to reward all of you, our agents. And I was astonished. I ran a report this morning to see how many of our almost 800 agents have signed up for the agent equity program. And let me first point out, before I tell you this number, it doesn't cost you anything, but it gives you earning potential and ownership in the company. We only have 26 of our agents who signed up. And it's super simple. Anyway, I would love, so I'm going to do a quick screen share here. Give me one sec. I'm gonna also give you, of course, wouldn't you know it, it's not popping up on my screen. Give me a second here. Okay, can you see where it says agent equity program? Okay, so if you go to, I'm going to put in the chat box, the link. My chat box disappeared. Give me a second here. I'm going to give you the link. You can go to it now. You can go to it tomorrow, today, whenever. But I will tell you, for instance, we had 14 new agents sign up with HomeSmart last month. Of those 14, more than half were referred by another agent. I can guarantee you, I haven't gone through the entire list, but just in my quick reference of the list of those 26, I don't think any one of those that referred an agent to us is signed up for the agent equity program. And it's not retroactive. So even if you don't know of anyone you want to refer to us right now, definitely, it was such a huge benefit for you to sign up now ahead of the game, because you never know when you have that opportunity, whether it's an agent you're working with on the other side of a transaction who you think, hey, this is a great agent. I would love an opportunity to collaborate and work with them again. Or it be a friend, someone who just recently got their license, somebody who's just moved into the area. Heck, and here's the great thing. You can take part in the agent equity program no matter where in the US they sign up. You know, we do have our refer to, and you earn a year free in monthly dues. That only happens when you refer them to us. With agent equity, you get credit no matter what HomeSmart they sign up with anywhere in the country. So you could have a friend, family member, and refer them in New Mexico, and they could sign up and you'll get credit for that. So when you come in to the agent equity program page, here's a little bit about it. So first of all, look at that number. You can earn, you have the potential to earn up to $8,350 for each agent you refer to us. Or I should say to HomeSmart as a whole. As you can see here, there's no minimum transactions, no extra fees, and there's no cap on your individual earning potential. So every time you refer an agent, you're just gaining more potential to earn. All you have to do is become a HomeSmart brand ambassador, refer real estate agents to HomeSmart, and get stock rewards. If you go to that link I sent you, here's the sign up. Now, let me explain something. So what they're gonna, when you click on this sign up and you complete the form, it actually goes straight to Ashley Bowers, the president of HomeSmart. And then you will receive a DocuSign. It's an ICA agreement. It doesn't change anything about your current ICA agreement, but because we're talking about stock rewards here, there needs to be a little, you know, agreement between us and you as to how it all works. You just fill that out, sign it, and you're in. HomeSmart International checks a box in Real Smart Broker, and you can start earning. Some of the ways, let me explain this on how it works so that you have an idea of some of the numbers on how you can earn. So it's called performance awards. And what happens, so any qualified agent referral into HomeSmart, regardless of what plan they are on or you are on, you get, just for that referral, you get a $100 performance award. When that qualified referral closes their fourth transaction, within the first 12 months, you get an additional $250 in performance awards. When that qualified referral closes their 10th transaction on a transaction fee commission plan or $40,000 in gross commission income on HomeSmart Plus, so that's our revenue share plan, within the first 12 months, you receive an additional $1,500 in performance awards. So you've got great earning potential with each one of the agents that you bring aboard. It goes in further. There is also, if you come here, there just below the sign up now, there's also an FAQ. So it goes into more detail there. So you can click on, when you go to this link, you can click on the FAQs and get some more answers to your questions. I'm going to also add another link here. It's a smart Zoom that Ashley Bowers did about 8 months ago or so when this first rolled out. And this is located in, here's what I found. Oops, sorry, my Siri is talking to me. It is located, you can find this video as well in Real Smart Agent. Go to education and then videos, and then you'll look up HomeSmart Smart Zooms. and it's on the playlist, but there's the link for that actual video right there. And go in, she's there answering the questions as well, live when she did the Smart Zoom for you. So if you want further questions answered, you can get further explanation. But again, it doesn't cost you anything. I know Bill, for instance, as soon as it was announced, as soon as he found out about it, he went in and signed up. You know, Team Adams, they were actually there at the Growth Summit in February when it was announced. Everyone who was at the Growth Summit, they heard first what was coming. So as soon as the door was open for them to sign up for it, they signed up. So it's such a good opportunity. And I want to make Ashley Bauer's fingers wake up because she's getting so many signups right now from Home Smart Realty West agents. I was astonished when I saw how few of you have taken advantage of it. So would love to see that. You know, I want to run that report next month and see it at least over 100 of you. And so we'll put, this is being recorded, so you can get more information back if you forgot something. We'll also add something to our newsletter so we can, and if you know any other agents who aren't on here, but just ask them, hey, are you on the Agent Equity Program? You might want to check it out. So if you could share that, that would be great too. It's,
Are you up there now?
we just wanted to, oops, I think I hit the wrong person.
Okay.
So we just want to be able to give back to all of you who have given so much to the growth of our company. So, and I think that's, oh, and one last thing before I go into agent pitch, two things. First of all, myself, Roger, Abe, Haley was with us at all of them too. We want to thank you all so much for those of you who came out for the potluck, the Thanksgiving potluck. It's always been one of my favorite events that we've done over the years. And, you know, this was our first one coming back from COVID. It was so nice to see so many of your faces again. Some of you, we haven't even met in person and until the potluck. So whether it was a smaller crowd, more intimate crowd, or the bigger crowds, we really enjoyed it. We enjoyed seeing all of you, and just, we want to thank you. And we will have more potlucks, more opportunities for all of you to get to know each other and network in just a nice, relaxed environment too, where we're just all coming together to enjoy each other's company. So thank you for coming out, and I hope next year we have more opportunities to do more events like that again. So I will say I'm done with turkey now, at least until next year. 4 events plus Thanksgiving was a little much. Anyway, but again, awesome. But something that came up from the Mission Valley, and I just posted it on it this morning in the Facebook group, on the HS Realty West news group on Facebook. But our Mission Valley was so much fun. I went walking in at the Mission Valley potluck, and a large group was sitting in the large conference room. I sat down and joined them, and they were talking about putting together almost like a culture committee. And they wanted to get together and collaborate more, but also just enjoy each other's company and share ideas and everything. So they have started, and if you're in the Mission Valley office, I know they reached out to many of you. And I posted a picture in the Facebook group, go look. They did their first, they went to Bullies East. They did their first happy hour and had a lot of fun with it. I have marked my calendar. I'm planning on making it down for the next one in Mission Valley, and I hope everyone's invited. Definitely show up, and then hopefully we can get that they can start the trend, and maybe we will do something like that with each one of our offices. And I want to thank Jackson from Franklin Loan Center too. He was a big part of it. He's in the picture as well. He was there, and I know that the agents really enjoyed it. And thank you to John Tolhook and Heather Harris. I don't know if either of them are on the meeting right now, but I know they were a big part of planning and putting it together. John sort of took the bull by the horns and really went after it. So hopefully each month gets bigger and bigger. Let's see. Question, do only when agents we refer to HomeSmart sign up for the agent equity? No, whether it doesn't matter what HomeSmart plan they're on, or if they sign up for agent equity, you are the only one, you have to be signed up for agent equity. And you will get credit when they join, no matter the plan. Does that answer for you? So whether you're on, I know you're currently on HomeSmart Plus, Denise, but it doesn't matter for the performance awards. And then the only thing that changes is, I think on HomeSmart Plus, you have a little bit more. If you're on HomeSmart Plus and they go on to HomeSmart Plus, you have even more earning potential, but that is also because of the revenue share aspect, if that helps. And then, okay, I'm not seeing any other questions so far. So I want to throw it all to you. I'm going to stop the screen share. There we go. Do we have any coming soons or current listings that anybody would like to share? Anyone? Oh, Amy.
Yes, sorry, I had to get my Zoom going here. Hi, everyone. So good to see you.
You
So,
too.
you know, I love you guys. This listing is in Arizona. However, I personally think it's the listing of the century. And so I really, really want to pitch it. And you're going to think, no, it really is. So my clients built this home with me and they had closed on it the end of 2019. So the house is only 3 years old. It is a 7-bedroom plus loft, 4-bathroom, every upgrade you can imagine. They have the most fabulous backyard with a heated pool, heated spa, in a super popular development and no neighbors behind them. And I kid you not, this is going to sound like a joke, but it's not. It's listed at $865. Why? Because they put another custom home under contract with me on land that we only have until January 2nd to get this house sold. And they really, really, really want this other house. And so we're like pricing it at this ridiculous price. And just came on the market. I think any California investor would be foolish not to jump on this thing because, as you know, the Super Bowl is coming to Arizona, the Greater Phoenix area in February. And just imagine renting out 7 bedrooms for the Super Bowl. That you probably got all your money in the bag just for that. So anyways, I'm pushing this thing as much as I can. I'm going to try to put a link into the chat box. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but if not, I put my phone number, but it's a really, really, really good deal. And I mean, it's the holidays. It's the super slowest season of the year. And I have like literally 3 weeks to get this house sold. And, you know, this just all happened. We've been looking for like a year. And of course they found their dream house like a week ago. So that's just how it goes. Welcome to real estate. So I'll try to put a link in the box and I'll put my number, but if anybody's interested, it's just a fantastic. Once you see the photos, you're going to say, holy cow, I want to buy this house. I wish I had an extra 865. I would buy this sucker. So awesome. I'm going to take myself back off the video. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Amy. For those of you who don't know, Amy is also with HomeSmart in Arizona, obviously.
Yes. And I have to I have to tell you, so I've been with HomeSmart for 14 years now, and I will never be with another brokerage ever because I love HomeSmart so much. I've referred so many agents in Arizona. That's why it was a no-brainer when I met Roger that I would also join you guys here. And yeah, I believe in the company. I love the people. I'm with HomeSmart Elite in Arizona. And yeah, I'm just thumbs up for HomeSmart all the way.
We love having you here, Amy. And so Amy moved out here, but I think she spends still about as much time in Arizona.
I know.
as
You
she
see,
does
this is
here.
what happened. You see, this is the whole thing, like what you guys are doing the Buffini thing and with like all that, realm. That's just what it is. When you have a business there, I still go back twice a month and I do so much business there that I don't even have time to do business here. I literally just closed on one transaction with you guys just because I've spent so much time in Arizona. But you know what? It is what it is. I've built a clientele there in time. I built that here too. So all you new agents, I want to encourage you. That's a sweet spot you want to get to where like 99.9% of my clientele is referrals and repeat clients and upgrading and downsizing and so forth. And that's where you want to be. So, I listen to audiobooks. So I try to, I'd like to think I'm getting smarter on my trips, but the day will come where I'll maybe get to spend more time here than there, but it's not now. So,
Thank
all right,
you.
guys. Happy holidays too to everyone. I'll
You
take myself
too.
off video.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else? Do you have a
Hey,
coming
Kelly.
soon? Yes.
Matt O'Brien here.
Hey, Matt.
I pitched one last month and I'm actually at a photo shoot right now. I figured I would just walk around real quick if anybody's interested.
Oh, let's do it. This will be a
All
first.
right. Don't look at me. Reverse my camera. So this is a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 25-30 square foot. Huge, you have a full bedroom here. This is kind of this front door, kind of a flex room or family room with a little wet bar. It's on 4.24 acres, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
And I'll make it real quick. I don't want to hog up everyone's time here. Got a little Jack and Jill room here. Full bath. Office, game room, whatever you want to call it. That goes outside and this door goes into the garage as well. Large master with a shoe rack for anyone that's got a ton of shoes. Closet. Huge shower.
And Matt, you may have said it already, but I think I missed it. Where is this located again?
This
Where
is
it-
in
what
Ramona.
is this?
I
So
got
we'll be
it.
going live probably tomorrow or the day after, depending on how soon I get the photos and the video.
Hey, Matt, it's Mark. What's the price on it?
Price to be determined. I'm waiting for the seller to give me a final number, but it's probably going to be in the low to mid 9s.
Very nice.
Oh,
Is the whole 4 acres usable?
yeah, they had horses. So they terraced this part out here. They took all of their horse stable stuff with them. But I don't know. Oh yeah, I can zoom in on Zoom. I don't know how far. But it goes all the way out to a private road in the back.
Nice.
Dirt roads. It's a great property. Just a really good property. Got front and back patios as well. This is the front patio. Of course, it is propane, and we also have septic. We do have a septic cert, termite clearance. So we're ready to rock and roll. It is a gated entry too.
It's a nice property for less than $1 million. That's a nice property
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah. Roxanne
Right.
Dyer is asking, is this West or East Ramona?
If you know where Ramona Street is past the schools, just go there and then it turns, makes like an elbow. We're right off of that. So the address is 2250 Mountain Lane. And it's right off of Royal Vista, if you know those areas. So pretty close to town, actually.
I just typed that in for everyone.
Thank you. 'Cause
Um,
I've got my phone.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. And what a treat. We actually got a live video of it.
All right,
Perfect.
thanks, guys. If anybody has any questions, Kelly, if you could throw in my email, that'd be great.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to pitch coming soon? Buyer needs? Any of that? While I look up Matt's email. And I know I say this every time, but for those of you who are new to the Zooms, if you, in the chat box, if you're on your phone, I don't believe you can do this. I think we ran into that problem before. Oh, thanks, Matt. But in the chat box, you'll see lower right-hand corner, you'll see 3 little dots. If you click on those dots, and it'll open a screen, it will say save chat at the top of the box. Click that. Immediately following the Zoom, you'll receive in your email box everything that was put into the chat box. So any of the links that I added, anyone's phone numbers, contact information, all of that, you can find it there. Okay. All right. If we don't have anything else, then I'm going to let y'all go. We only went 2 minutes over. So again, thank you. If I don't see you beforehand, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. And I hope that everything in the new year you're all just so abundantly blessed. We're blessed that we get to work with all of you throughout the year. So make it a great one, and I will see you soon. Bye.